Morning, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Learn with Laura. And today I am going to read you a chapter of one of my favourite books before setting you a little challenge today, another learning challenge. And the book that I'm going to read you is A Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl. You may have got the theme, I love Roald Dahl. And I'm going to read you chapter 2 of this incredible book. It's particularly important to me because for a while now, and on and off through my career, I have been Fox's class teacher. So it's one that I read regularly in schools. Chapter 2, Mr. Fox. On a hill above the valley there was a wood. In the wood there was a huge tree. Under the tree there was a hole. In the hole lived Mr. Fox and Mrs. Fox and their 4 small foxes. Every evening, as soon as it got dark, Mr. Fox would say to Mrs. Fox, "Well, my darling, what shall it be this time? A plump chicken from Boggis, a duck or a goose from Bunce, or a nice turkey from Bean?" And when Mrs. Fox had told him what she wanted, Mr. Fox would creep down into the valley in the darkness of the night and help himself. Boggis and Bunce and Bean knew very well what was going on, and it made them wild with rage. They were not men who liked to give anything away. Less still did they like anything to be stolen from them. So every night each of them would take his shotgun and hide in a dark place somewhere on his own farm, hoping to catch the robber. But Mr. Fox was too clever for them. He always approached a farm with the wind blowing in his face, and this meant that if any men were lurking in the shadows ahead, the wind would carry the smell of that man to Mr. Fox's nose from far away. Thus, if Mr. Boggis was hiding behind his chicken house number 1, Mr. Fox would smell him from 50 yards off and quickly change direction, heading for chicken house number 4 at the other end of the farm. "Dang and blast that lousy beast!" cried Boggis. "I'd like to rip his guts out," cried Bunce. "He must be killed," said Bean. "But how?" said Boggis. "How on earth can we catch the blighter?" Bean picked his nose delicately with a long finger. "I have a plan," he said. "You've never had a decent plan yet," said Bunce. "Shut up and listen," said Bean. "Tomorrow night we will hide just outside the hole where the fox lives. We'll wait there until he comes out. Then bang, 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 bang." "Very clever," said Bunce. "But at first we shall have to find the hole." "My dear Bunce, I've already found it," said the crafty Bean. "It's up in the wood on the hill. It's under a huge tree." Oh no, I wonder if they have found the home of Mr. Fox. And the home of Mr. Fox is the theme, one of the themes of your learning today, children. What I would like you to do is think of some animals that live in our country. You might choose an owl or a fox or a squirrel, and I'd like you to think of several of them. So task number 1 is to draw me a picture of a woodland or land near you, or if you're in a city near you, including the animals that you might see in that place. And when you have drawn the animals that you might see in that place, I'd like you to label your picture, please, with the name of their home. So I want you to think about the habitat that they live in. Now, often animals live in places because it's good for food or shelter, or the environment is good for the way that they've adapted over the years. So that is your task today. I would like you to draw me a beautiful picture with those animals in, and I'd like you to tell me the names of their homes. And if you are a bit older, so say you are in year 4 or above, I would like you to tell me why they live there. If you are in year 6 and above, I would like you to tell me how they have adapted to live in those areas. So what exactly has changed in certain animals over time that makes them successful in living where they live. It might be something to do with why do they have sharp canines. It might be something to do with the thickness of their fur. It might be something to do with how they can evade predators, maybe with camouflage or something like that. So each step is getting a little bit harder. I love learning about animals. I love science. I love nature and the world around me. So I'll be really interested to see your work. Have a lovely day, everybody. Keep safe, keep healthy, and I'll see you soon for some more Learn with Laura.